All right, hello, hello. I am live. You cannot see me, but that is because it is real dark outside. So we are gearing up for the Blue Game Tribal Council, the 5th of the night. And pretty shortly we will see our players filing in very briefly as I almost maybe blind them with my light. So we'll go ahead and have the players file into Tribal Council now. We have Louie, Caitlin, Joe, Francis, John, and Veronica, and they are all filing on into Tribal Council. All right, as you can see, it is now the nighttime.
Yeah, I was trying to get
All right, host Kelsey doing some last minute Tribal Council ambiance setting.
So Veronica, you had the pleasure of competing in that challenge. Can you tell me what your guys' mindset was going into that challenge as far as kind of your game plan?
Well, we went into it with the mindset knowing we're all exhausted, hungry, and doing our best to keep our minds straight and just get those puzzle pieces in order. So it was a lot harder than what I anticipated, but we did the best that we could. In the end there, it came down to Connor and Louie, and Connor ended up prevailing. Louie, was that tough for you to handle, or is there still a little piece of you that's able to be happy for Connor taking the win?
I'm definitely happy for him. He is like way better at, I suck at memory, so it was not like I knew I was up against a tough competitor when it came to what the challenge was. But I'm happy for him, sad for us, especially since it was the last thing to put us in, but happy for him.
John, I know I keep bringing it up, but we keep seeing your name at Tribal Council. It's become a recurring theme. Obviously, you're doing something right because you keep coming back every time. How are you kind of successfully evading not getting the majority of the votes at every Tribal Council so far?
I think my longevity in this game right now has been based off, I'm a numbers guy. And when I'm talking to everyone in this camp, I'm telling them the truth. Even right now, there's probably going to be a 4-2 vote for me. I see it coming. I just wanted to be a 3-3 because I'm pretty sure someone else will flip on the other side. And if that person doesn't make it a 3-3, I just want them to know that they're going to be at the bottom.
Would you like to point out those dynamics for me?
I don't need to.
Okay.
All I know is my number one right now, that I know 100% that I can have their back and they're going to have my back. They know who they are. That other person knows who they are too. If you don't vote with me, you are going to be at the bottom of this alliance. And when that happens, after they get rid of the other person, they're going to clip you.
Okay.
And if you don't, I've been right with everything that's been going on. I'm a numbers guy. I am telling you. Whoever thinks they're safe right now is at the bottom. I'm seeing people who are putting hands over other people, whispering in ears. People are telling me one thing. I already know what the vote was going to be when I got here. So I'm hoping it's a 3-3. And I'm hoping you know what I'm telling you right now is truth. You are at the bottom. And I understand you don't want to be at the bottom of the numbers and the votes right now. But what does that do for you if it buys you only one more round? When we can make a move right now.
So you're asking this person to be a 3-3 with you. Guys, go 3-3. What's your plan then?
And then we could get live again. And I could definitely tell that other person on the 3 why they should stick with this side.
Okay. Does anybody particularly like to respond to that, or do we want to move on with further questioning? Caitlin?
I feel like the 3-3 is a very interesting concept, especially because you said you had a number one already. And you're saying, oh, well, you'll be on the bottom of that other alliance. But also, you'll be on the bottom of my alliance. Like, why?
I didn't say that person was my
Well,
number
you said
one.
you had a number one, and then you want someone to
I
tack
have
onto that.
one person in the tribe who I know is going to
Okay.
vote with me because they have constantly been in the bottom. But, I mean, so you're obviously going me. If you're the one who's bringing up, you're going to be at the bottom. So do you feel like you're at the bottom and you're going to vote with them? You're obviously voting with them. So you're either number 1, 2, or 3, or you're 4. Because you're bringing it up. So are you considering coming over here?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, are you considering coming over because you're the one who spoke up
I'm
first?
you're voting me. So I don't think I can
I'm-
come with you to vote myself.
I would
I'm
never
sorry.
vote you. I just
Okay,
want,
okay.
no, I would never vote you. So that's crazy that someone got in your ear and said that because I would never vote you.
Okay, who are you voting?
Not you.
Okay, well, who am I supposed to vote for right now to be with you? Because I
If
don't
you-
know.
If you trust me, what I told you earlier, the first conversation when we came down this hill, that's what it is.
Okay.
I will not go against you. I have no reason to. I have no reason to. You're the person who saved me a couple of rounds ago.
I know, which is what's crazy.
I am not saying your name.
But it's fine. It's fine.
Some good dialogue there. Let's keep going on that. Joe, don't make it a secret. It is your first tribal council that you are vulnerable at since you won the overall immunity for fundraising. How much different of a feeling do you have going into this tribal that you did versus the last couple?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more pressure. There's definitely a lot more nervous. I think. I just hope that the relationships that I've made and the bonds that I've made so far on this tribe will hold true. And that's really all I can do at this point is like I've put my trust in people, and I just hope that they have my back here, and I can be an asset to them in their game moving forward. I'm sure things are going to shake up soon, so that's all I can do is just really hope that the relationships I've made can help me out.
When John was speaking to Caitlin, I saw you pointing to yourself. Does that mean that you think your name is going to pop up tonight?
I'm pretty sure I'm getting at least 2 votes. So, that's not fun, but I get it. It's a game.
Who are you getting 2 votes from?
Why don't we just find out?
Not for me.
I mean,
wasn't planning on
why
putting your
you
name
just, if you're getting 2 votes, you shouldn't be scared. You have the majority. So who do you think is getting 2 votes?
Well, you were trying to bring a third over, so
So, are you saying that since I'm not in the game,
I think you 2 are voting for me. But you're trying to get a third person to come over.
Francis, I believe I saw a bit of a motion come up last tribal council for you. Do you think with each passing vote they're going to get more and more difficult because you're just bonding and bonding more, or was Andy a particularly hard person for you to lose?
I think both are true. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but it's true that every tribal does get harder. But also Andy was like just one of the sweetest women. I think we all were really emotional, even though we knew it was best for our tribe. But she was a very sweet woman, so it was hard to lose her. But also, like, I'm a Cancer, so you're going to see me cry plenty of times over stupid shit. Earlier, I was crying because it was raining and I was cold. So, like,
Valid.
that's, you'll see me cry. It doesn't even, I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad. I started tearing up when we won a challenge the first day. So, like, you'll see a lot from me.
I know there's kind of been a lot of dialogue back and forth tonight, but I'm just going to open the floor one more time. Does anybody have anything else you want to say?
Can I talk to you, Frank? Can I talk to you real quick? Can I talk to you? If you come along on this, like, you know I'm gonna be loyal to you. I have no one else. Princess Shady, huh? I legit have no one else. I don't even know. And the person one of the people that told you my name, that I was considering me, was either 1 or 2, because they've been the only 2 people in the
We have
conversation.
3 pairs of teams picking up. We have Veronica and Joe, Louie and Francis, John and Caitlin.
I'm just saying,
No
combining those pairs.
One of the two of you is lying. So who is it? Are you calling her a liar or is she calling you a liar? Like you're literally
How do you know?
each other that you're
How you know she's not running her own game? I'm asking you this personally. Do you trust me? That's all it comes down to. It doesn't matter what anybody else is saying. If you trust me, then you know I'm not saying your name and vote the first name I told you. That's all. She could be running game on them. I'm not running any game on you. That's on you. Okay.
All right, do we feel better or still
Tensions are high.
time?
A live tribal.
I'm fine with sharing the matches.
Can you see okay?
I just don't like that I was the one who went down. Like, what was the conversation between you and Francis at this thing that you take that one?
You need to mic it.
Because I don't recall it.
That's your spotlight up there.
I'm so much honest. I know. And Caitlin puts me on that way because that's
She came back and you all were doing your own thing. So like, I was going into it.
I'm going Joe. I'm legit going Joe.
What I said.
John finally
I'm
coming
voting
up
Joe.
and being
If-
honest.
If you don't vote Joe, and these two niggas should merge, they have stronger chances because they have their loved ones. Yeah, but they have better chances of winning individual immunity. It's 4 people.
I know.
All right, let's
All
start
right.
to wrap it up.
You guys gotta be smart. I have no one, and I have one of the best shots of winning
I'm
individual
sorry.
immunity.
I'm not like trying to raise my voice at you. And
No, I know. I'm just saying, I have no one, right? If I win an individual immunity, I'm gonna be loyal to the people that are loyal to me and to their loved ones.
you're not voting.
I'm not voting.
Okay, you.
I'm
okay,
voting
okay.
Joe. I said it openly.
Okay.
All right, we all find our way back to our seats. So I think that means we're probably ready to vote. Veronica, you'll be the first to vote.
Okay. And we're just gonna step away from that now and talk about everything that we just heard. So, I kind of apologize, but like kind of we're just doing it. So, oh damn. Okay. I can't turn my phone while recording. How rude. I was gonna try and change it back to me, but to where you could see me, but you won't be able to. So we're just gonna be in the dark together. And you'll just hear my voice and see some darkness. So, let's see. Let me turn off the flash now. Okay. So that way I can conserve my battery. So we're just, I know you can't see anything, but we are pretty far away from what was the craziest tribal that I've seen in a long time. I guess, okay, so I'm gonna pull out maybe my other phone to try and light my face so that it's not just this blank screen talking. Wow, y'all, that was pretty wild. I don't even think I'm facing myself. Okay, here I am. Nope, okay, so y'all, I'm gonna be honest, that was obviously crazy, but it's even crazier because like everything that we heard going into this tribal was like pretty much completely undone by that tribal. It was indeed a live tribal, very crazy. And so let me kind of set you up with what was going on ahead of tribal, and then obviously that is no different. So at the beginning of all of this, we had, let's see, sorry, I'm finding my phone now, and my phone is choosing now to not cooperate. Okay, so let's take us back to last tribal. So we have this kind of common thread in the blue game of this core alliance of Francis, Joe, Caitlin, and Louie. Of course, Andy being the fifth, but being voted out as they were looking for some challenge strength. And so that ostensibly left John and Veronica on the outs. There were lots of different targets this round. And so originally, John, who had received votes at every single tribal council up until this point, was supposed to be scot-free and not receiving any votes tonight originally. So I don't know that that's gonna be the case anymore, given that kind of like forced live tribal that was going on. Let's see. So Veronica, who I thought that John was talking about as the person that was on the outs that was voting with him, would not vote for John, apparently. She said in one of her confessionals. But she would potentially be willing to vote Joe. And then we have over in the core four, we had Caitlin and Louie and Joe that were potentially targeting Veronica. But fun fact, Louie is sitting on an extra vote that he found the first day, I believe. And so it was a possibility that Louie would maybe be using an extra vote to vote out Veronica, or he would be using it along with Caitlin to target Joe. Which is pretty crazy considering that Caitlin and Joe were supposed to be like super number ones as of the last round. So it is possible that Joe might be getting targeted by his own alliance, which at this point doesn't seem like much of an alliance because they've already voted out one person from it, and they might be secretly targeting a second person. And you guys thought that live was crazy, and now all this extra color I think is making it crazier. In the meantime, we have, of course, the like kind of one world tribe dynamic coming into play, because Gina on the other tribe, aka Madamic, who is Francis's mother, wanted Francis to target Joe, because Joe's loved one Anthony was apparently targeting Gina, and Gina is thinking that he's the reason that she got the votes that she got, and she was so upset about it that she now wanted her daughter to target Anthony's loved one in retaliation. So Francis apparently did not know who they would be going for. Coming into this tribal, Francis not originally believing that the votes would be there for Joe, was maybe gonna vote John, but maybe gonna vote Joe. But as we saw, I mean, that was so nuts. I cannot believe that, like, I cannot believe how crazy that was, and I can't believe they decided to wait for a live tribal until I had to be spotlighting them, so I couldn't be zooming in so that y'all could hear without it being super obvious who I was looking at and what I was listening to. But as we saw, there was an impassioned plea by John throughout, begging for Caitlin's vote and trust. And so if you're asking what happened, I'm just gonna let y'all know, you gotta go back and watch this from the beginning, because this was the wildest tribal council that we've had yet, and we haven't even seen the votes yet. So yeah, that is super crazy. Because I can't see anything, I can't be waved back to, so we're just gonna start making our way to tribal council, because I don't want to make y'all wait super long. Yeah. But yeah, that was so crazy. Oh, so Devontae's asking, does anyone have an idol? Oh my god. Ha! Ha! Sorry, I'm running because I heard a scary noise in the bushes, and I didn't want to be killed by a raccoon or something. Oh my god, that was so scary. So let's see, I believe, okay, so this is Ossipee. So no one on that tribe has an idol. Logan had an idol and was voted out with it in his pocket. And anything that is voted out with a player, even with this haunting twist that's happening, is dead as soon as it leaves the game. It does not enter with a player should they return. So not a single person has an idol out there. Yeah. Oh my god, this is so nuts. Okay, so we're gonna come back in. It appears that Louis is voting right now, who is the last person, who was really one of the only people not running around all over the place. So, y'all, I'm so excited to find out what happens. All right, let me turn it back to people. All right, not that y'all can see anything, but all right, you just gotta trust me that we're back at Tribal Council. I'm gonna turn my flash back on so we can maybe see something. And here are the players just waiting to finish voting so that they can find out the result. All right, Louis coming back in, and now the players must just wait. Host Kelsey heading off to go tally the votes. Oh my god, Blair Witch Project vibes. Y'all don't even know. Let me come show you. While we're hanging out, let me just show you the super creepy bird cage that's been sitting at Tribal Council that I don't think you've seen yet. We have added all these like creepy black and white sepia photos that would normally be wonderful because it's of all these loved one pairs, but because they're in a bird cage in black and white, they're no longer adorable and they're pretty unsettling. So we've got all those different pairs hanging in there. Yeah. Yeah, Shauna, we really might be. We've really leaned into the spooky theme this year. I don't know if y'all can hear these two birds that are just kind of singing at each other. I don't know why I'm turning towards the birds as though y'all can see them. Sorry. Oh, are they frogs? Hashtag nature. All right, being told that those are frogs making singing noises, not birds. Who knew? Not the girl from New York City, that's for sure. All right, we are just still waiting for the vote to be tallied and for Kelsey to come back and read them. Players are, of course, now waiting in silence for the votes to come back. Ooh, we've got volunteer Sam trying to light one of our torches. They've not been lighting all day because of this rain, but you know, you never know. I'll read it.
It wouldn't be a game of Survivor if you didn't have the damages, right?
Absolutely.
Of course see if I have one.
Okay, I will read the votes. First vote. Veronica. Second vote. John. 1 vote Veronica, 1 vote John. Veronica. That's 2 votes Veronica, 1 vote John. Joe. It's 2 votes Veronica, 1 vote John, 1 vote Joe. Joe. It's 2 votes Veronica, 2 votes Joe, 1 vote John. Veronica. That's 3 votes Veronica, 2 votes Joe, 1 vote John, 1 vote left. Veronica, that is enough. Please bring me your coach. Veronica?
All right, we will be following Veronica out of the tribal council area, still on live stream, and we'll be heading this way. We're just going to go on down the way a little bit, Veronica, and then we'll get some of your thoughts and get to hear from you, okay? All right, I'm just going to light the way for you with this flash on the camera. And we're just going to continue to go up this road until we're a little bit out of earshot, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you, Barry. All right. So we're just making our way on down with Veronica. Veronica, you can go ahead and pause right here. And as soon as you're ready, if you wouldn't mind just... No, you never have to apologize for showing emotion in this game, or ever. Yeah, so as soon as you're ready and comfortable, we just love to, you know, hear how you're feeling. This is your time to just kind of share.
I mean, I feel wrong, you know. It's a huge disappointment. I wanted to make it farther than this, obviously. But it's okay, you know, I did the best that I could, and, you know, I wasn't really up first, and, I really wanted to make it to the merge. But here I am, you know, and, it was just, I kind of knew it was coming anyways, but, you know, it's just, it's tough.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So as you know, even though you have been voted out, you are not completely eliminated from the game yet. You will be rejoining the game as a ghost. So I'm going to go ahead and hand off this ghost buff to you. And kind of with that in mind, do you have an idea about how you might approach this as a ghost?
Well, I'm definitely not giving up, that's for sure. I'm going to work my way to get back in this game. And if I do, I'm out for blood. And all them other people on that team, other than John, they better be prepared.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Veronica. Best of luck to you. And we will let you go and finish your ghostly process. And we'll catch up with you in a bit, okay? Thank you. All right. So we'll just come back here. I'm not going to... Y'all won't be able to see me. So... Oh my God. If y'all tuned in near the end of that and did not catch the whole thing, I would just like to, not even shamelessly, but just fervently plug that you go back and watch all of that. This was easily the most crazy tribal that we've had all game. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I'm just making sure. Okay, just making sure Veronica wasn't still in earshot. Yeah, so... stay locked because unfortunately for Veronica, but fortunately for pretty much everyone, we will actually be doing the vote-in of the ghosts right next. So right after Red Game goes to Tribal Council, we will be doing Blue's vote back. So Veronica will not have a long time to try and, you know, kind of get her ghost self together and try and get back in, but we'll see. You never know with Survivor, that is for sure. So you can already hear probably the tribal for the Red Game. They are getting started, so we should be back really, really soon. So we will see you then.